Hello Panthers, I'm Zach Quigley along with Coach Wendel. We had a great win last week in our homecoming game. What did you take away from that game?
Well, I thought first of all we improved a lot from the first game to the second game. We came out ready to go. We scored a touchdown on the first drive. I think play 3 or 4 we scored a big long run, and so we were excited about coming out. It was nice to be at home. And then the improvements, what I really liked. I thought the defense lined up well. Thought we took away what Richardson did best, and put them in a position of to be uncomfortable, and took the game from them. And then I thought we fought through some adversity situations with a couple of calls that should have gone the other way. Our defense kept fighting. So overall, pretty good win.
We seemed to be in control of the game from start to finish. What did you like the most? Well,
again, our fast start was really good. I thought our secondary, -1 play, really did a good job of covering their passing game up. We held them to under 200 yards of offense, so I think that's probably the first time in a long time that's happened in Midlothian. So felt really good about our defensive performance, and then just maybe the best thing was being at home. It's a fun environment to play in at Midlothian ISD Stadium, and we enjoyed it.
So let's talk about the homecoming crowd. How'd you like the homecoming crowd? Was it?
It was fantastic. As always, the student body was really into it, and it was full and really enthusiastic. We always have good support from the parents. It's always fun whenever they have to open the gate and let the kids run around on the grass field over in the end zone. So a great crowd. I think it played a part in us starting so fast, and really brought a lot of energy to the team.
What is our injury situation this week?
Well, we're pretty banged up on the defensive line. We've got a couple of Mo Mahaka's banged up with an ankle. Marshall Hodges is banged up with an ankle. Then running back Nolan Samek's got an ankle injury, but I think at least 2 of them will be back on Friday, and we've still got several that are out for a while, but we'll go with who we got.
Let's look at some of the highlights.
I think this is about the 4th play of the game. It's a zone option. Great block by Marco Peters, and then good run by Austin, who's with us today to talk. Fast start to the game. Got us off to the way we had hoped to start. Try to bring pressure up the middle. Then we go. Good run by Austin. That's basically the same play that we scored on. Tate Corbin comes in, and it's a play-action pass, a little misdirection play, and hits Nolan Samek for a good 20-yard gain. And we have a comeback route to Wesley Lowe right here. I think it was sprint out to the right on into the half drive. I thought we executed really well. That was a good play for us to get down to the goal line, get ready to score. Marco Peters finishes the drive off with a good run right here. Really proud of Marco and the way that he's hitting the hole, and the way that he's protecting the ball through 2 games. He hasn't turned it over. Have another sprint out pass right here from Tate. And Riley Angel comes up with a big interception. It was nice to get a turnover. We'd like to get 3 on defense. Thought we had another couple. The whistle blown dead on them. And they didn't call 1 lateral, but this is a good pick by freshman Riley Angel to stop a drive. It was a big play. Brant has a good misdirection run here. You see Harrison Perry and Chris Dickert pulling right there. And I really like the fact that Brant put his head down and got in the end zone there. Ran pretty hard. Nick Pollard comes in as backup fullback. Joe Cisneros blocks back, got a good pull right there from Dwayne Johnson, and then I think that's a good cut by Nick. He goes the distance, goes 40 yards for his first varsity touchdown. And then I think we end the night with a run by Tate Corbin on a double option play. Good read, good block, good seal block right there by Cameron Lips, and Tate gets in the end zone. Really proud overall. Our offense had 590 yards of offense, and did a good job. I think we put the ball on the ground once. It's one too many times, but overall good performance offensively and defensively.
We also have a player with us today, Austin Thomas. What have you focused on this week in practice?
We just been going out and focusing this week, just keeping the ball off the ground and just going after McKinney, just competing, just playing hard.
What is the most difficult part of your position?
I guess keeping your composure. When something doesn't go the right way, you just gotta be the leader, stay up, and just pick up your teammates and just continue to fight.
What do you like to do when you're not studying or playing sports?
Talk to my teammates, make sure they're good with everything, helping out other people, and just helping other people be successful.
Excluding football, what is your favorite part of your day?
Seeing friends, just talking to people, just having a good day, seeing teachers that you enjoy talking to, and just being in the Midlothian environment is good.
Coach, this week we have a bit of a trip up to McKinney, but our fans travel well, don't they?
They do. The people that come are passionate about the Panthers, and I expect that we'll have good support there.
What do you know about McKinney?
Well, they're very physical up front. Their offensive line is very big. They run a lot of power scheme at us. They're pretty simple on offense. They're going to run, and then throw it deep. They don't do a whole lot of crossing stuff or short passing game. They go vertical. They've got 7. I think they've thrown it deep 9 times and have scored on 7 of them. So we've got to take away the deep ball, and we've got to stop the run. I think that'll be real important for our success.
What should be the biggest challenge we should watch for?
I think for us to win offensively, we have to move the ball and score touchdowns, eat up the clock, keep their offense off the field, minimize our defense to about 50 to 55 downs. If our defense plays more than that, I don't think that's a very good omen. I think we've got to, again, control the clock on offense, and then when we get in the red zone, score touchdowns. I think our defense will play well as long as we hold up. We don't need to be on the field 75 downs. If we're moving the ball on offense, then we're keeping our defense off the field. So I think that's probably the key to the game.
Let's take a look at last week's results from teams in our district.
Okay, Lake Ridge came with an impressive win over a good Prosper football team. Red Oak bounced back from a bad loss to Corsicana to beating a pretty good Arlington Heights team. Summit blanked Chisholm Trail. So once again, it looks like our district's really tough. Mansfield Legacy beat a good Crowley team. And a close one, Waxahachie lost to a top 5 team in Highland Park, defending state champion, but played them close. Timberview lost to Frisco Lone Star, who's a good team too. And then Lancaster got after, they bounced back after a loss to Denton Ryan to beat South Oak Cliff. And then obviously the Panthers get a big win at homecoming.
In this week.
Okay, Summit plays Pasco. I believe Summit takes that ball game. You have Timberview playing Highland Park. I think it'll be a close ball game early, but I think Highland Park ends up winning. McKinney Midlothian will be Midlothian in a close ball game, winning in the 4th quarter. That's a toss-up right there. I'm going to take Ennis. And then Red Oak plays Athens. I think Red Oak probably comes out with the win. I'm going to take Aledo to beat Legacy. Last year was a great ball game. It was a 10-point game. I think Aledo's probably as good this year as they were last, and that'll be a tight ball game, but Aledo will win. And I think Lancaster beats Corsicana. Closer than some might think, though. Lake Ridge will beat Mesquite Poteet.
Coach, thanks for being with us here. We'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you. Go Panthers.
Remember, this week's game is in McKinney. Game time is 7:30 Friday night. If you can't make it to the game, you can listen on pantherradio.net.